welcome to QuestLore, a family Lorcana podcast where we talk about all things Lorcana. I'm Matt.
I'm Emmett.
I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Jen.
Okay, so it's been a bit since we've gotten last time to sit around the table. The biggest thing that's happened since then has been DLC Milwaukee.
Yep.
So that's the Disney Lorcana Challenge in Milwaukee. It hosted over 2,000 players, all playing in a huge tournament. As well as attendees playing in side tournaments. You had tons of creators there. You had a whole casting crew. It was a crazy weekend. Jen and I were both there.
Yep.
We were.
No,
The kids were not.
Hey, speaking of kids, one kid actually beat DJP.
DKP.
DKP.
So,
There was one kid, one 10-year-old, that made top 8.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And beat DKP.
Yes,
Yeah.
he beat DKP to make the top 8, earned himself a golden Mickey, so he's got a nice little college fund going for him. And will be at Nationals as well next September.
Yep. Did they actually say September or did they just say third quarter?
They said September.
Okay.
They said September for that. So they did not announce a specific place. They don't want to lock themselves into it having to be at Disneyland and Disney World again, but they did say September. So we'll see if that stays true. Who knows? I do know they want to kind of try to close everything out so that they can start more DLCs for season 3
Yeah.
at the end of next year, but we'll see what actually happens there.
Sure.
But we're talking about DLC Milwaukee.
Yep.
Congratulations to Aiden for
Yes.
making top 8.
Congratulations, Aiden.
And then congratulations to Frank Karsten for making first place.
Yep.
He won the very first DLC over in Europe last year.
Yep.
And now he won the very first DLC in North America this year.
So
Yep.
is he like the only person who has won too?
No.
No, he's not the only person that's won 2. But he is the first person to make it to win
In
one
both
on both
continents. Which does go to show that even though this game is a lot of luck, clearly skill and building, deck building does have a part in it.
Yes. He was running Purple Steel all weekend, of course. Like that was his. That was the only deck he could play because
Yeah.
he had to play the same deck for the entire tournament. He had a very toolbox approach with lots of one-ofs, of Tinkerbell, and there was a Scar in there. There was a Timothy Q Mouse or whatever his name is. Just one-ofs, a bunch of those cards that he was able to kind of filter and play for the matchups he needed. He would play them, and then for the matchups he didn't, yank them. Right, so that's kind of how Lorcana really is built. It has that little ink symbol on the card, so if you got that, you can just get rid of it if you don't need it for that match. If you do, you hold on to it and you do something else to play those cards. So he was really great at his game. It was clear during the last round, kind of how masterfully he could pilot that deck. So congratulations to him, the first DLC winner. Obviously, people that did not win include Jen and myself. As we are not Frank Karsten.
No.
We did not make the second day.
Nope.
I know I was playing Blurple. First match went really well, and then the next 2 matches I proceeded to miss ramp a grand total of 4 times. And when you're running a ramp deck, you miss that turn 2 ramp. It's almost a death blow immediately. After that, I was able to finish off 3-3, grab my Mulan promo, and then just drop immediately to go and try to do some pack rush and get some dinner and stuff. Jen, how was your day?
Not much better. In fact, kind of worse. I lost my first 2 games, both to Purple Steel, and I was running Amber Steel. I decided to bring Malcolm's aggro deck because Purple Steel had not been doing so well for me at our set champs that I had played in, so I decided to change over to Amber Steel, see how that would go. And of course, first 2 matches went up against Purple Steel, lost them both. Third match was Blurple, I did win that one. And then I think the next one was
Was that the one that the guy didn't show up or something?
no, that was the third. Oh, that's right, that was the third one. And then the fourth one was Blurple, and I beat it. And then I think I lost the next 2 because I know you were 3-3 and I was 4-2. And so I played one more, hoping to get my 3 wins to get my Mulan promo. And I played, was it blue green?
I really don't remember what it was.
I know it was green.
Sure.
I just don't remember.
It makes sense that it would be blue green.
I think it was blue green, and I was really not expecting to win, and I felt like I just played really, really well, and then I ended up taking it. So I ended up going 4-3, and then dropping to get my Mulan promo, so we could go eat food because they did not have a lunch break.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, they did.
They didn't have an official lunch break, but the day ran super long because I don't know if it was the platform or I don't know. But
from what I understand, it's kind of a mix. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the DLC itself and how
Yeah.
it goes around. And sorry, kids, you're not gonna. You guys feel free to ask us questions as we're
Sure.
moving along, but you guys weren't there. So from what I understand, it was kind of a mix of both the kind of using the Ravensburger Play Hub. And some of the difficulties there, and the fact of like how they were running it. Like during the first match, normally if your opponent doesn't show up for that first one and no one's there, you get a bye.
yeah,
And
you get a
just
buy
go
and you get the win, and that's usually how it works.
This time they decided to just pair everyone together that didn't have an opponent.
Which messed up the system.
Which messed up some stuff, made things take a little longer. I guess when people drop, it's like harder to manage the system and keep it going since you had a lot of people dropping. You had some issues there. And then just the fact that you had over 2,000 people trying to access the site, all from the same location, all at the same time, was going to have a bunch of server load. And so that caused some delays. They were printing out lists and posting them.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. But it was still, for most of the day, it was a minimum of 20 minutes between rounds. I think the highest I ever saw it went to an actual hour.
I think it was 49.
Or 49 minutes. 49 minutes between rounds. And that's the problem is like you never knew. You never knew when it was going to be 20 minutes. You never knew when it was going to be 50 minutes. And so like there were times where we're like, okay, well, let's go grab something to eat. And like, oh, pairings are up. We got to go.
Yeah.
And then there was other times where, we have to go to the bathroom and we're just holding it because we think that it's going to start any minute. And then it doesn't.
Yeah.
So that was definitely frustrating, like not knowing. Like if they had made announcements like, hey, it's not really working. It's probably going to be at least another 10 minutes. Then we would have known. But the fact that they didn't keep like any communication about the fact that it wasn't working was definitely a frustration.
Yeah, that was really the bigger problem with it, was that there wasn't any communication. Like we can deal with delays if they like give us some clear guidance on what's going on.
Yeah, if they say, hey, there's something going on with the system. Let's take a 30-minute break while we figure it out. Then everyone's like, okay, awesome. I can go to the bathroom. I can go back to my hotel room if I need to. I can get something to eat, get something to drink. But it was the not knowing.
Yeah.
And having no idea. And the fact that an event that should have been a 6-hour event.
Oh, no, it's still 8 hours.
Okay, an 8-hour event ended up being like an 11-hour event. 12-hour event. So that was, so that was the big problem. And that's why I think a lot of people did drop. That probably wouldn't have dropped otherwise.
I think if anyone was still in contention, they still kept.
I know of people that dropped because of how late it was, if they were hungry or whatever, and they were just exhausted.
Sure.
Even though they were in contention.
Sure. I think for the most part, besides from the delays, like they ran the main event fairly well.
Yes.
I didn't hear of any big issues with some of the judges, but there was.
I heard of a few little ones.
The issues with the judging thing wasn't so much about the judges themselves. It was about the rules that they tried to implement of a take back type rule, which was just, I find a little silly. So I get that they're trying to make it a friendly environment and like, hey, people don't remember things. And the reason people don't remember things is because you can't take notes and you can't leave.
Yes.
Like, you can't put a thing that says this has resist on it on a card or anything like that.
Or this has ward.
Or this has ward or blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
And so they put some take back rules that, hey, if you make a mistake like that, you can take it back. But
you can take like one thing back and it's only the last thing.
Like if you haven't gotten any knowledge from it.
Yes.
And so that added some weird interactions. Like, I know I had one where someone forgot to quest with their Aurora so they could play their Tiana for cheaper. They called the judge and asked if they could take that back, and they let them. I don't know.
That's really 2 moves, so I don't like that.
I don't really like that. I didn't like that one too much because it's not like they forgot something didn't exist. It's like they didn't play their lines right.
So are you saying that they made a play and then wanted to take that play back to make 2 plays?
To make a different play first.
Like, but so they did 2 plays though. So they played the card and then quest and then want to take them both back?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
She played the card and then looked at her hand and like, oh, I meant to quest with the Aurora first. I'm going to call a judge and see if they'll let me take that back.
Okay.
And they did.
Okay. It's like the only time all day I know that I did it was one of those things where I had played a Pete to stop an action, and I put him on a weird place in my board for some reason. So like usually I keep my wet ink on my left and my dry ink on my right, and for some reason the Pete was on my left, and so I thought I had quested everything I could, and then I said pass, and then immediately after I said, oh wait, I didn't play that Pete this turn. I would like to quest him. I'm going to call a judge. Like that was the only time I did it, where it was like I said the word pass, and then immediately as I was saying the word pass, realized, oh no, wait, there was one more thing I could quest with, and that was the only time I did it.
Yeah.
And really, I feel like I feel like for that, or for like, because in the past, for example, if you had said you wanted to use like an action on a character, and then you didn't realize it didn't have ward, you were forced to use it on another character, even if it was your own.
Yeah.
And then that's one of the things that they were trying to allow you to take back, which I do appreciate that. Especially like that's one of those things that like newer players, younger players especially miss a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do appreciate that, but I don't know if I like it for everything.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So that was the judges. For the most part, the judges seemed really well informed. They were really professional. It was a lot of the same judges that were there.
Yeah, that we've been seeing.
Right. The main change was that it's a new tournament organizer. It's
Yes.
pastimes instead of whoever it was last year.
PPG.
PPG that it was last year. So the thing that they seemed to be the biggest boondoggle of the whole thing was that it didn't seem they had enough staff to support side.
Yeah, they had like way more judges than they had in the past.
From what I understand, it was actually less judges.
Really, it looked like there were judges everywhere. But yeah, like just like staff at the tables seemed to be way less.
Yeah, so there were really big long lines for things like Pack Rush, on-demand events for Pack Rush, on-demand events for constructed, on-demand events for Infinity.
And then after round 6, getting your Mulan card.
Yeah, and then getting your actual cards.
Yeah, your prize.
Getting your actual tickets.
Yes.
So really weird things of like, after you, like in previous DLCs, like they put the tickets on the table so that the winner will get the tickets. I think they didn't want people splitting tickets this time.
Well, and I think it was also because if it was physical tickets, there was people like bribing people for tickets and stuff like that.
I mean, then they just do that after they get the tickets. It's like, it's silly,
Yeah.
right? Like they didn't want, I guess, people splitting things. They want people to play, which, okay, fine. You want people to play.
Yeah.
But now you've created long lines, which means you need more staff to handle it. You know, the lines for Pack Rush reached up to an hour at some points, and that's like for a 5-minute game.
And honestly, it was probably more like 2 hours, like when we left that first day, when everyone was kind of quitting after 6 rounds, and they said, okay, if you're in line for on-demand games, by like 9:30, we will let you stay in line. When we left, that line was at least 300 people long.
Yeah. A lot of people in it, and it's like
because everybody wanted tickets
just 5-minute
or
games.
the side prizes.
Yeah, you need to get a lot of tickets for the side prizes because the ticket cost, it seemed, went up.
Yes.
There wasn't any other way to get tickets. You got tickets for signing up, and you got 10,000 tickets if you made day 2.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the only other way you got tickets was by playing side events.
Yeah.
Wait, 10,000?
Yeah. And that's only if you made.
They changed the ticket value, so
instead of it being
they
worth,
like multiplied it all by like
1,000.
So instead
Or
of
like
one,
100.
No, like one ticket was like 100 tickets. Like
Yeah.
Here, like one ticket last year is 100 tickets now.
Yes.
Or actually, one ticket last year would have been like 400 tickets this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
because like last year they would put 3 tickets out in a match, and then each person got 1 ticket, and the winner got the 3rd ticket.
Yeah.
And so like this time it was, just for playing, you got 400 tickets, even if you lost all 3 matches. But then it like escalated. It was like exponential.
It was but it was still like really hard to get them because the ones you could sign up for were spaced in a way where you could really only do 1, maybe 2 a day. And if you had to leave for a flight or anything like we did on Sunday, like we could only really do the 1 because it ran long because it started a little late.
And then
it
the
ran
lines.
long. And then you had long lines to go get your tickets if you won. and
get your prizes.
So it was just long lines after long lines after long lines. Staffing was definitely an issue. And then they started some of this stuff really late too.
Yeah.
Like on the first day, they didn't start on-demand events until 2:00.
Yeah.
Which is like insane. Like if you bought an attendee badge and you didn't plan a side event that you could sign up for ahead of time, and we're just planning on doing on-demand stuff, you didn't have anything to do until 2.
And they even said, if we do it,
yeah,
it'll start at 2. We're like, what?
What do you mean if?
What do you mean if?
And then the second day, they didn't start until noon. And the
Yeah.
place...
And again, we were all there at like 9, just hanging around at a table, like being like, I would love to give them money and play games right now.
The place opened at 8. I mean, when we went to Chicago, they were starting side events at 8.
Yeah, at 8, and they opened the hall at 7.
Yeah.
And they also had events on Friday night too in Chicago.
Oh, that big one,
They
the
didn't?
DLC in
No.
Chicago?
Yeah, last year we went to Chicago. Mom and Dad went to Chicago, and you guys went. And even in Toronto, they had early stuff.
Yeah.
Like we were playing all day in Toronto, the 4 of us on that second day.
Yeah. So they've got, so you can give them a tiny sliver of, okay, this was your first one. However, they are not blame free. That does not excuse them from any blame, because there were 6 others in North America last year that they could have looked at and learned from. It wasn't like they could just approach this with like, well, no one's ever done this before, because someone did.
And it's not like this is their first ever event. They do Magic the Gathering all the time, from what other people were saying.
They do, but they're not as doing it as much as before. Like, there's a reason that their DLCs are all in the Midwest. It's because that's kind of where they're focused at.
Okay.
Like, they don't do a lot of events outside the Midwest. That's why all their events this year are in the Midwest.
I see.
So they're a smaller company than PPG, for sure.
Okay.
And they need to learn to staff up. Hopefully Richmond and then Indianapolis will be better. They have the lessons now learned from this. I'm sure Ravensburger will be pushing on them that, hey, this was not
great.
The people were great. Even the staff that was there was great, right?
Yes.
There wasn't anybody rude. All the community people are great. All the community figures heads. DKP who was playing the kid. I can't recall his name.
Tyler.
Nope. Starts with an A.
Oh, Aiden.
Thank you. He lost to Aiden, right, in top 16. And, he was immediately like, hey, congratulations, man. He offered him a spot on their team.
Yeah,
all that fun stuff. I got to watch DKP and Ed on a Worlds rematch.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the pictures I posted on Twitter over the weekend. Like, that had a huge engagement level. Like, everyone liked seeing that. A weird thing they did that I took a picture of, it was probably the picture I got the most comments about, was of banners that said Young Illumineers and had Pegasus below it. But they were just like over against the wall near the tables they had set aside so people could eat from the vendors that were in the hall during break. Nothing there, nothing on the little TV there.
They were showing the match for a little bit on the first day, but then not the second day.
Yeah. It was just blank spaces there. Like, why did you even put these up?
Yeah.
I did actually ask the PPG people on their Discord, Pastimes people on the Discord, like, hey, why did this here? Was there something that I missed? Like, I was listening for events, and the only thing I ever heard was like, hey, if you got a kid under 12, make sure they stay with you.
Yeah. But by the way, Emmett, if we do get to take you to Indianapolis, apparently we have to apply for a special pass to make sure that you sit next to me or Dad the entire time.
Yeah.
I know, right? Like, again, when he was 9, he played in Toronto, and he was wherever he wanted to be, and it was perfectly fine.
Like, Dad and Mom would be, like, Dad would be at table, I don't know, 100. Mom would be at table, like, 500. Malcolm would be at table, like, 300.
I would be at table 1.
Yeah.
I would be at, like, table 2,763.
It was all right. Like, remember where we're at. Come find us when you're
We had a plan for
done.
meeting, but now you have to actually make accommodations.
And they wonder why Play Hub breaks.
Anyways, I did ask them on their Discord about it, and they said, well, we have plans sometime in the future, but we ordered all the banners to be made right away, and we just put them up. So basically, They didn't have any plans for it. There wasn't something we missed. I did run into someone that did have an accommodation at their table
Yes,
so that they
me
could have
too.
a kid there. She was playing on her iPad like the entire time. I felt a little bad because we were both going for that third win and then drop to get the Mulan thing. And then, like, it was a dad and his kid, and like the kid was tired and definitely wanted to go. And I'm like, I'm sorry, as I kept beating him. I'm like, I'm sorry. And it was like a really fast match too. It was like 10 minutes, and I went 2-0, and against another Blurple player too. So it's like,
Yeah.
like I didn't even let him get started. And it's like, sorry man, you're gonna have to stay here another hour.
Yeah. Hour and a half,
Yeah.
maybe.
So they hopefully will have stuff in the future, but they
Yes.
definitely need to do better. They need to learn. They need to grow. Atlanta, which was the first DLC here, was a problem-ish
Yeah.
time. Apparently, this was still better than Atlanta.
Okay.
But they need to go further, right? They
Yes.
need to learn from their mistakes. They need to do something. And they need to address the community because they kind of
Yes.
ignored it in the last Lorecast.
Yes.
And they've ignored it on. And they've just said, we've heard your responses. on
Don't
Discord."
ignore us.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Again, it's just the communication. Because I mean, I had a ton of fun. It was an amazing experience. I love playing. I love meeting new people. I love getting to travel with our friends that we play at our local league. That was super cool. We don't always get a chance to hang out with them, and then when we're not just playing cards.
Yep.
Can I say
So that is definitely very fun. Yeah, go ahead, Emmett.
Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
So if I was Ravensburger, that's who makes Lorcana, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Emmett to the head of Ravensburger. Let's see what he has to
so
say.
if I was the head of Ravensburger,
You'd be German.
so
So-
what?
Nope.
That's Australian. He's gonna start singing the only song he knows where he knows a German accent.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that anyway.
Anyways,
If you're at the head of Ravensburger, what do you
What would you say?
So I like this kid badge idea where they have to stay near their parents, but also no. I feel like once they reach 12, they don't need it.
Well, it has to be under 12.
Oh, it has to be under. Oh,
So
that
if they have to be,
No,
if
I
they're
would say
12 and
more
under.
like
12
un-
and under.
I
Yeah.
would say more like 10 and under needs a badge. Once you reach 11, you don't need it, parents.
Then you think you're good at 11.
Some kids are different, and
Yeah.
just 12 is kind of the age limit they set.
Yeah.
Though according to Disney, it's usually under 9.
12
Yeah.
or 13 is what I would
Well,
say.
we'll see what happens next time.
Yep.
Maybe
we'll
they change
see.
it to 10.
We'll find out what
Maybe
happens.
when you go in your 11, you will. They'll have changed it to 10. We don't know.
DLC
But yeah.
Richmond tickets go on sale on Monday, November 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Maybe 1, who knows.
Maybe 12. Who
Maybe
knows?
11.
on Disney
No,
Channel.
maybe-
They're already on sale.
Maybe no. It'll probably be 1 because of the daylight savings time thing again. It just went the opposite
They
way
were
now.
super careful about how they worded it this time. But who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
So just plan on
Keep that
being,
open at all times on Monday.
yeah, from
and
about
on
midnight
And on
Monday
Sunday.
to midnight Tuesday. Just click
Just be
refresh
open. Just
every
be
5
there.
seconds or so.
Even on
just be sure.
Sunday.
And it is back on Eventbrite. They're not even trying that other
Yes,
website.
just Eventbrite.
Okay.
Yep. For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that was our DLC
that's it.
experience. We played a starter deck tournament where I was able to win.
I went 2-1. Like it was pretty good for both of us.
Probably the only salty players I played were during the starter deck thing.
Oh my God! Yes,
Um,
very much so.
Like the first one I played was a kid, and he was just kept trying to throw out locations, and I was just like, he was like, if I had gone first, I would have won after the first game. Then I went first. Then he went first, and he still lost. And then,
That
so then
sounds
he's like,
like-
if only I had a 1 drop, I would have won.
That's me versus Emmett every
Wait,
time.
well, can you say
And then
If
my
I
second-
won the die roll, I would have won. Is that what you
If
always say?
I had a 1 drop, I would have won.
Then my second game, I also went 2-0 against them, and I felt a little bad because I just kept pulling like B King. Just kept removing every single thing he played. I was like laying traps left and right for him to just kind of quest into and then completely take out his people. And he was just like, I get he was frustrated because it seemed like I was playing like a oppressive deck against him, and I just was like, I just pick the cards and I play them. But then I found out it was a father and son.
Oh! So Oh, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, apparently.
Like after we were cleaning up, his son walked up to him. It was the same kid I beat in the first round. Like, oh, okay, whoops. Didn't play anyone related to them for the third one. Third one was a fun game. I almost went 2-0 there, but they pulled like the one card that they could have won.
That looked like a fun match. My first match was like a pretty easy 2-0 win. Like it was like, I don't know, I just went really fast. My second game, like I did not win, but the guy was actually amazing. Like I loved that game that I played. And I just made a really great move that I was super proud of, even though I lost, where I was able to use my my support ability to give one of his big characters an extra 2, so that I could use the World's Greatest Criminal 9 on his big character. And he's like, oh, I did not see that coming. That was a great move. And I was just really proud of that, even though I lost 0-2. It didn't matter because I made that amazing move that impressed the guy who beat me. So.
And I broke it and went.
And then my third game was, against somebody who was super, super salty that I won. That like, and we did go to our third match, but like, but he won I don't think so. But he won the die roll, and then he won the first game, but then I won the second and the third game, and he was just like was very upset that I was able to get, because I played the Princess starter deck, and he was very upset that I was able to get Aurora all 3 games, as if I didn't have. I mean, it just so happened that I also opened an extra Aurora, so I had 4 in my deck.
Sure.
So I'm gonna get it every time. Like
I had the power line deck. I opened an extra power line and an extra max.
yeah. Like, so I mean,
had 4 of each.
So if I have a princess deck and then I open an extra Aurora, and I think I opened an extra Mulan too. Like every single game I was playing Aurora turn 1, and then usually playing either 3 cards turn 2, because I had 3 1-drops and one was Mulan, or I was able to play Tiana turn 2. Yeah. And it's like every single game they're just like it doesn't make sense that you're getting it every time, and I'm like, I have 4 of them. Like it's only like it makes sense.
That's how it works.
Like that's how it works.
Same thing with the constructed stuff, right? Like,
yes, exactly. That's how it works. So he was just very he was really seemed like he was accusing me of cheating for getting Aurora 1-drop every single time.
And then I broke down the wall and came through and went, oh yeah.
Thank you, Kool-Aid Man. Okay, well, that's DLC Milwaukee. Yes. Before we end this one, though, it's the end of Fabled. Fabled comes to an end.
Fabled again.
Oh my
We're
god.
seeing it. We saw it in the guest. Oh yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Cheese and pizza. How would you guys think of this set of Fabled?
It took away my pig wet.
Okay.
I mean, so, like, I'm sure if we had gotten one of the Iconics, I would have loved this set.
Same.
But I feel like
we got one enchanted.
We got one enchanted
epics, so.
And a bunch of epics, sure. And the epic, I do like the epic class. I do think that is cool. I do think those cards look really nice.
It wasn't fun opening packs.
It was not fun opening packs most of the time.
Yeah.
And like you wanted to open them to try to get an iconic, but that was it. And then it just felt like a big waste of time and money if you didn't get either an epic or at least an epic. Yeah. So
and then like
I'm definitely very much looking forward to Whispers in the Well.
But on the bright side, the limited was fun.
The limited was super fun.
That's because that's the only time we opened up good stuff.
Yeah, that's
right.
True. But even like the starter deck tournaments were fun. I thought that the starter deck tournaments were fun. The starter decks were fun. I thought that limited was fun.
Unfortunately, with Lorcana, limited only happens like the first week, right?
Exactly.
There isn't usually much that happens after that. I liked the fact that I'm good with the rotation.
Yes.
But like set as a whole, it's like it felt very like I would open up a pack and like I would get like 0 new cards and it just felt like, I mean, I have all these. So if you've been playing since the beginning and you had those cards, it's like, like there's only one card that everybody was really looking for.
Well, 2, but
What was the other one?
the 2 iconics.
I meant only one playable card that everybody was really looking for.
Everybody wanted Dumbo, yeah.
I mean, the other cards that were see play like Aurora and Nala.
Yes.
Like people, like those were easy enough to find because they were like
they were in the starter decks
commons and rares and stuff, so not that hard. Only one legendary really saw play, and that was Dumbo.
Yep.
So that's
we did get very lucky with Dumbos and got like a ton at the beginning.
yeah. So we've got a full set of Dumbos.
Yes.
We had enough where I've got one signed by the artist while we were there.
Oh, that was something we didn't talk about. Was about the artists being there. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was
that
cool
was really cool. We had 3 artists, and they were signing cards. There was the one artist that actually made the Maleficent card from the set champs this time. So that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. We did not have ours with us for her to sign.
No, I didn't bother to actually look at which artist
there were quite a few people who had their playmat and had her sign the play or him play sign the playmat, which was really cool. Mm-hmm. But we did get some things signed, and it was nice. They had like a pre-made mat. I don't think we have any in the room with us to show, but a nice mat that had like 3 of the cards that artist created for them to sign for everybody, even if you didn't have anything to bring, which we did bring home for you guys. I don't think we ever showed you. So that was really cool. But anyway, yes, Malcolm.
Piglet.
No, was not a Piglet person. No, we got Doc signed and Dumbo. Happy. Mm-hmm. Chip, Teacup.
Oh yeah, I got Chip. Not Chip and Dale.
Not Chip and Dale. Chip
from
the Teacup.
On detectives.
No, not detectives in Lorcana. Yeah, I just realized this the other day. Chip and Dale, not detectives.
Like the Rescue Ranger ones?
Yes. The guys from the song that says, "These two gumshoes are picking up their tracks." That literally is about them being detectives. They are not detectives. Yeah. Those guys.
So these guys with the detective hats on.
Yeah.
That are gumshoes.
Yeah.
Are not detectives.
Not detectives. Yeah, that's right.
But Judy Hopps, the police officer, is.
I mean, she
is a detective.
She is a detective.
She is a detective. But
we haven't seen the second
big
movie.
Case.
Yeah, like that whole movie is about her solving.
Very excited about the second movie, by the way.
It's almost like if they had a TV show, it'd be about them solving crimes. Like if that was the case, you'd call them detectives, right? So, anyways. Yeah, so we had the signatures. Fabled is leaving us. We've got Whispers in the Welcoming. Lots of people have already started testing stuff with them.
Yep.
Big decks are going to be blue-green, blue steel, purple steel, amber steel. Still going to be around.
People are trying to make an amber sapphire princess deck work. I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to try. It's not going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway because it looks fun.
I bet you it'll be dope better than Speedway.
The big thing is, it seems like I see like 7 of the legendaries possibly getting
which is crazy.
A decent amount of play. 6 for sure. I'm not sure about the 7th. But I mean, that's more than almost at least half of them. I think are going to see play at least the first week. They may drop off as time goes on, but I think Demona, Hades, Goliath, the Rapunzel is the iffy one.
Yeah.
The Cinderella, the Webby.
Yeah, Webby looks cool.
And then the Headless Horseman. Yeah. All of them could see a decent amount of play. So.
And there's so many that are just so cool artwork. Like especially those like Enchanteds, they're gonna go for a lot of money even if they're not playable because of how cool the artwork is.
Yeah. So it was gonna be a lot of people are going to buy a lot from this set because additionally it's like all the stats have been boosted, so you'll need a lot of cards. A lot of decks are gonna have instead of just changing out 4 cards as we've been used to for the past year.
Yeah.
It's more like you're gonna have to change out.
You're gonna have to build
16
out
to 20.
New deck.
I think the biggest decks around that probably is taking the biggest hit is Blurple. Right, you're not going to see as much Blurple around because it can't fight as well as it used to because all the bodies are bigger, so you got to take that into account. But we will talk about that more in the future once we figure out what we're playing. I think some of the easiest deck that will make update will be probably Amber Steel aggro. You just throw in Mowgli for something else, and
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty
go.
much it. Just throw in a Jungle Boy and you're good.
Jungle
So,
Boy.
with that, let's move on to trivia time.
It's trivia time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Wait a minute.
All right,
I have a
let's
nip.
go through these questions. In what song from the movie Pocahontas does Governor Ratcliffe sing about all the gold they are going to find?
Winds and wind, bring water to the sun.
That's Mulan. I don't know. I only know two songs. I know it's the song like at the beginning of the movie, but I don't know what it's called.
Have
All
you ever heard the wolf cry to
No.
the newborn gold?
It's the favorite song of seagulls everywhere. Mine, mine, mine. What real-life celebrity does Miley fight over a pair of shoes in the beginning of Hannah Montana,
Chris Pratt.
the movie?
Chris Pratt.
Not Chris Pratt.
Oh man.
I'm gonna guess.
Taylor Swift.
No, I'm gonna guess that it's Dolly Parton.
Tyra Banks.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was only guessing Dolly Parton because that's her
The
real life godmother. So
I think it's Chris Pratt.
In the 1996 101 Dalmatians,
yes.
Seven.
who plays Roger?
Me.
Plays Roger.
Me.
Stop the soda.
Me. I did.
What's the
Oh
19?
man.
Is the 1997 like the live action?
I know it's Glenn
It's the
Close.
last- it's the live
plays,
action
it's the one with Glenn Close that plays Cruella.
It's me.
Mhm.
I have no idea.
If I said, yeah, I'm trying to build bridges here,
I'm Chris Pratt.
because you couldn't build Jeff Bridges.
Oh, it's a Jeff Bridges. What?
Jeff Bridges.
It's Chris
Oh.
Pratt.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't look anything like Roger.
I mean, it's also a cartoon.
What?
Yeah, but like, okay, whatever.
Okay. What is the name of the talking dog in the movie Up?
Squirrel!
No, not Squirrel.
It's Doug.
Doug.
Because
It's
these guys are
Stitch.
just gonna go
It's Stitch.
forever.
It's
Yeah.
Stitch.
What's the name of the cookbook written by the famous Auguste Gusteau in the film Ratatouille?
Anyone can cook.
That is
Very good,
correct.
Malcolm.
Very
Oh, I
well
thought
done.
it was I more.
No, it's anyone can cook. You know.
All right, that brings a close to this episode all about the LC Milwaukee and Fabled and what's coming up in Whispers in the Well. We are going to record another episode right now focusing on Limited for Whispers in the Well because that comes out at the end of this week.
It's so cool.
It's another new set coming.
Whoa.
So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Check out our episode on Limited coming very soon to either YouTube or a podcast platform of your choice. If you have liked us, feel free to check that out. Also, please like and follow us, subscribe, leave a comment, send us an email at questlorequestions@gmail.com. Please make sure to tell your UPS driver about us. He's got lots of free time.
Don't tell him.
No, not FedEx.
We
people.
don't
I
want FedEx, only
any of them knowing,
UPS.
just UPS. So.
It doesn't matter that
All right. We will see you next time on QuestLore.
Hey, what they about to know?